Guys, this is Shifu World with you, and we're having a weekly outlook. Yesterday's CME session, which was the 6th of August, I promised us that every week I'm gonna be try to go live on YouTube, where I'm gonna give a bias on the market outlook for the week, and we might be touching various assets. We'll be touching like crypto, stocks, the US 30, the Nasdaq, and the likes of it. So you have like a bias both technically and fundamentally what is happening in the market per time. Definitely we're gonna be touching some. I actually did that yesterday, where I touched briefly what we should expect in the market regarding Bitcoin in the next coming weeks and the month of August into the month of September as well, and how we can start preparing for it. And I shared one or two trade ideas for us as well. But however, I won't go back to what I stated yesterday in the sense of I won't start repeating myself. So if you missed out on the session we had yesterday, sorry about that. You don't want to miss out any CME session at all. You're literally missing money that can literally change your life with the information and knowledge that is being given out. Because it's a session which we started holding once every month since the beginning of this year. No other person is holding something as unique as that. It is definitely tailored to helping you make money in a bear market, and you do not want to be on the sideline when it comes to the CME session. Now, guys, we talked about what I expect on BTC, and I did a share. So let me duplicate my chart and quickly do a simple touch on the aspect of BTC. So BTC is currently on the phase 3, the ending of the climax of phase 2 into the phase 3 of the redistribution schematic. I forecasted the redistribution schematics, which we talked about yesterday, and I think I showed the highlights of how to understand the schematics and how the schematics play out as well. And we did a rundown down from July into the last week of July, what I expected to happen and what is playing out. And I did the drawings as well for BTC, and I also talked about how this will not be 100% picture perfect, but it gives us the understanding of what to expect per time, and that we are at the climax of the phase 2 into the phase 3. And the climax of phase 2 is what we call the ending of a ranging market or a choppy market into a bullish run, which is expected. So if this gives us the play out, definitely it's going to be like a positive sign for this to give us a push up into a new should I say short all-time high, not like BTC all-time high, I mean just short all-time high. So like we could get above 25k, Bitcoin could get as high as 25, 26, everything that range 27,000 between the 7th to the 17th of this month. Within this coming days, this is the possibility of this is there. And if this doesn't happen, then there is going to be like a change of the total macro move, and the redistribution schematic has been negated totally. But that is like there's a very, very less likelihood for that to happen actually. So based on that, one of the first trades I am currently on, I've actually been on this trade since, is the Bitcoin USDT trade. I've been on this trade since like 21k levels. I've been holding my BTC long way up here. I took out some profit, it came down. I'm still on, but I just want to go to a different Bitcoin chart so I could actually show us another opportunity for those to who want to get in. And now all my trades are purely swing trades. All my trades on BTC, Bitcoins, they are all pure swing trades. I cryptos specifically, I'm not a scalper. I don't like scalping the market. I feel there's so much noise in lower time frames, which I also trade with lower time frame, but that's when I have the time. So I'm more of a swing trader. So you want to utilize the information based on the kind of person or the kind of trader you are and what works so much or best for you. So let me go. I think I just left. Let me go back to the previous chart and show us some highlights of what you could expect or not expect. Now I'm currently entered a short-term long position on BTC, which you could actually get in on BTC, and you could use 2 stop loss. That's why I said based on the kind of trader you are in. First and foremost, looking at this chart, if you look here on this chart, you are there's an entry for so there's an entry between the levels of, so here specifically this is the 2-hour chart. If you look on the 2-hour chart, there's an entry at 22,700 zones, and you can make an entry there. If the BTC comes down and goes way, you can take an entry to 24k. You can target 23,500, 24,000, 24,500. Like, you just drop your target up. So the first target could be 23,400, 23,500. The second target 24k. Then we have 24,400 and above, down to like 26, 27k as well. Now, so Bitcoin could come down to that and give an entry for that at that 22,700. But at the same time, you could also decide to make an entry now and put a stop loss at this where the lines are. So where's the line? The line is at 22,400. So you can decide to make a long entry like right away, or you just wait for it to come down a bit. That is your choice. Whatever choice you want to make in, you can actually enter right now and put a stop here, and then watch it go brr, brr, brr. Why actually you could actually use like a very tight stop here, but the reason I actually want to put the stop here is because of the sentiment. That, remember when I told you guys about the chart of how the week of redistribution schematic start on the phase 2, it is purely choppy and ranging, and purely choppy and ranging means that this is what you're seeing. It's going to be like ranging between this. So this could decide to range between this a bit before pushing up. So because of that, I don't want to like this thing gets us stopped out here, and before you know, just starts moving up, and it's going to be crazy. So this is like a first stop loss. This is the second stop loss. So use which works for you based on your risk appetite. The second trade I'm looking at is YGG. So this is the range. My range is from 0.727 to 1.0317. This is my range, and there are 2 entries I have here. Like, you could enter like immediately and target the highest levels, and once it breaks the psychology number of 1, it should like just go above, and it could also come a bit lower into 0.7623. So depends on how you trade and how you apply your risk management, which is key. You would want to risk wisely. That is YGG. Then the third here is SHIB. SHIB is one of the trades that I've been calling. Those in the institutional trading group, we've made a lot of money out of SHIB because we've been scalping this. Like it went up, we sold out in profit, it came down, we entered again, moved like 2-3 times. I've called SHIB and we've made money from each of the bounce, and I think it's getting primed for another bounce. But I'm always giving room for, why am I giving room for multiple entries? The reason I'm giving room for multiple entries because number 1, I'm a swing trader. Number 2, and the swing trader we have looked from the macro perspective of what could happen in the market, and also Bitcoin reaction. If the stocks market is opening, I think Sunday night, by Monday, the stock market should open, and all that markets, the New York and all that. So when the forex market gets open, the stock market gets opened by Monday. One of the things that could possibly happen is that we could have a sell-off in the stocks market. That possibility is there. So if we get a sell-off, in the stocks market, which is just basically in the US stocks market, if we get the sell-off, because currently the US stocks market is highly overbought, so if we get the sell-off, it is possible that it's going to affect crypto as well, and it leads to like deep, and before you know it bounces as well. But whether it's sell-off or not, however, it's definitely the bias is still like bullish. So definitely, so when we look here, we could possibly get it like 4. So if there's a sell-off, we'll get another opportunity, like a deeper entry, but this is where my stops is at for this particular trade as well. So I could get in at the more sweeter position levels while riding upper swing, as well as I'm already, I think I should be in little profit. 1180 is the entry, and it's currently at 1194, so that's like a very, very small amount of profit. So but long term, this is like how high it could go. So you could target 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, and the likes of that as well. Then we have Mana, which I talked about yesterday as well, and I gave my entries and I gave my bias on Manas as well on yesterday's session, so I'm not going to talk about that. And here we go again, we have UNFI, and definitely when you look at UNFI, It's currently at a key zone, and this was, I think, the first time I entered this trade, and I think I dropped this chart for those who are on the institutional trading group and who have access to the course. It was around this level or so, and it went crazy, parabolic to like 13. Not every one of them were ever definitely going to hold. I think I'm the best swinger there, and I sold off. Even myself, I didn't like wait till the massive pump, but I was projecting it go as high as $15, and it went as high as $13.4 as well. This was a crazy, amazing pump which I projected from this level. I actually took profits from here or so, from 8. I went around 8 or so. I didn't hold like that, but I was still profit is profit, guys. So definitely, when we look here, we have another opportunity for an entry here. So, and then a stop around this level as well. Now there are two things here. Now, if this goes and haunts the stop, that does not mean that UNFI will not there's no possibility of another pump coming in. It just means that we got stopped out, but the trade is still very, very valid. So I actually set another line at 8.8086, which is like, okay, if I'm stopped out at 8.2, I'm going to enter in at 8.086 again, and then ride this guys up, because if it stops out, that means it's going for this. So this is basically liquidity inducement theory. I'm trying to use liquidity inducement theory to say, okay, if this goes wrong, then why should it go wrong? The only possibility why this should go wrong is because of here, if 8086, and if it goes wrong, then that means I shouldn't be carried away. I should be ready to still have my guns ready and still milk this trade way up on time. And then we have AVAX here as well, and AVAX is on the critical level, on the critical zone. So definitely you want to watch out for two things. If AVAX decides to close below this level, then definitely it's going to give us a short opportunity to shut it down to 25k zones and areas, an opportunity to long as well, because it's on a, this is what a psychological trend line. I call it psychological trend that aligns with a very strong demand zone, and if price closes below the psychological trend line and demand zone, what you want to wait for is a little retest, and then you shut this asshole down to these levels. And then, so guys, these are like the setups I'm looking at from AVAX, UNFI, Mana, SHIB, YGG, and Bitcoin as well. And I've given you guys my bias, and we hope this makes us profit and makes us gain for the week as well. And now it sends to you, and like you love what this, you would want me to be also be having more of this. First of all, make sure you are subscribed on the YouTube channel, and also do good to share it to as many persons who you think might benefit from it as well. And drop a comment. It's very, very important. Drop a like, drop a comment. It's very, very, very important as well. And as of the time you're sending out this video, this should be the 7th of August. So this is a Sunday, and definitely in the evening hours of this Sunday, that should be West African time, we are going to be having the second session for the CME, where I'm going to be teaching some deep things. Has to do with how I was able to take $1,000 to like $100,000 and $200,000, and how you can utilize this, replicate the same method in this bearish market, and also make that amount of money. And I'm not just teaching it as part, okay, I've done it before, I'm doing it, but I'm actually already even doing it again, preparing to make another big run as well. So I'm going to share that with you guys, and also how you can be on top of the trend to monitor the real smart money, who the smart money in crypto actually are, and how to monitor the liquidity of funds that they are engaging in. So you don't want to miss out on today's session as well. You want to be there. And okay guys, peace and love. I normally say when we appear, but someone in the community, I think the person is in the CME, gave a very amazing phrase, a very, very amazing phrase that is quite awesome. It says, when the Shifu arrives, the students prevail. So guys, that is, I've arrived, and definitely I believe with the information we should prevail with it, guys. Bye for now. Peace.